it's Acorn Cinema back with another game review, and now we got Final Fantasy. Alright, let's do this. Now, I know what you're thinking. Duh, didn't these games come out like forever ago? Yeah, but I'm behind on my shit, so I'm playing catch-up. Bite. Franchises like Metal Gear and Final Fantasy are different from most of their counterparts in one fundamental respect. They sell really well in Western countries, regardless of how, drawn out and weird the plot character's action gets. They get away with this to a degree that most any Western developer simply couldn't. It's like watching Richard Pryor or Chris Rock drop N-bombs on stage. It's okay for him to do it. It's okay for you to laugh at it. But if you try this shit yourself, you're likely to be very disappointed. First thing we should get to, battle system. Battle system. The battle system in this game is, frankly, fucking amazing. It's clearly the best thing about the game, and in some respects revolutionary. The sad part is most people will probably never find out because there's about, 10, 12 different stages of tutorial, and it could take you about 15 to 20 hours at least to get to the end of that. And admittedly, you need a lot of stages of tutorial for a battle system as complicated as this one's going to get. I'll explain some of it. But because it takes so long, you spend a great deal of it at the beginning with an ultra simple battle system. You'll be like, hey, why am I only controlling one person? And why is everything, defaulted to auto? What's the point? Game seems to be playing itself. You can't lose any fights. 5 stars after every battle. It seems like some stupid bullshit. And for the first handful of hours of the game, it really is. And even the couple handful after that, it's still like half bullshit. 5 stars for everything, yada, yada, yada. Once you start getting really everything, you get paradigm shifts that you can set up to make certain team members in your party do this or that while you're doing this or that. I'm not going to explain the whole thing because it's pretty fucking complicated, but it's fucking awesome. Battles after the first handful of hours are no longer pushovers. The bosses can actually be somewhat hard and require a lot of strategy. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but for an RPG that's not turn-based, but like still quasi-turn-based, you actually get like sweaty palm gameplay. That's not something that ever happens in JRPGs, so bravo. The whole battle system in general is pretty ballsy on Square's part. They're usually very safe in what they do. They don't deviate that much from, what they have already set in stone. And this was one hell of a departure. The big worry, though, is that if you only play the first couple of hours, which I think a lot of people will do, it'll seem like a simplistic, stupid, shitty battle system. Alright, now that I've praised this amazing, epic, awesome battle system, it's time to talk about the, bad parts of this game. Also known as everything else. With no gray area at all, everything in this game is split into camps of either pure and utter brilliance or Glenn Beck. See this quote-unquote map? This is pretty much indicative of most all maps in this little fucker. This is not a map. This is a hallway or a tunnel. An 80-hour tunnel. I don't want to run the whole fucking thing because tunnels are meant for transportation. Where's my hoverbike, bitches? Even the River Styx had a boat, and people who weren't in the boat were in hell. Running like this is about as much fun as a stick. And not an awesome stick, an old used one. Here, see this? See this? This is my impression of 20,000 people playing Final Fantasy. Only this is way easier to learn. Here's a tutorial. Okay, now the advanced tutorial. Hey, who wants to ever run like an idiot contest?
I'm tired of all this running.
These secrets are about as hidden as Victoria's. It's just, Off the beaten path used to be more, beaten off. It's not really gonna happen. Now, generally in RPGs, even if you don't like the monotony of experience points and yada yada yada, you have a sense of building something. You build a party, you amass team members, those team members have different strengths, and you really feel like you're accomplishing something. Well, just like the fucking battle system, you don't even get all of that until, 20-ish hours into the game. Up until that part, your cast of like 6 main dudes are constantly broken up into pairs of 2 or 3. So your whole sense of progression is constantly broken up and split like it was the Two Towers. Only that worked because it was in the middle and it was only 3 hours. This is the beginning, and it's like 20 hours. On top of which, as soon as you have all your team members, like, finally all together and you can choose who goes where, all of a sudden all their abilities open up and you can essentially have anybody do anything, making the whole point of having different characters, pointless. On top of which, other senses of progression are totally bombed. Normally in RPGs, you find a new town. Oh, there's a new shop, I can find a new thing. Oh, I found a new area over here, I can find a new thing. Well, almost everything you're going to buy or use or upgrade in this game, you essentially get from from your save spots. And you don't find a new town or village and yay, there's a new shop. I'm glad I found this town. No, it's just here's the next save point, now more stuff has opened up. Here's the next save point, more stuff has opened up. Your whole sense of accomplishment, your whole sense of I found anything is just gone. I mean, it's almost as if Square is actively trying to make you not care. On top of which, the whole upgrade system, which looks really complicated at first, is deceptively simple, leaving it like so much of the rest of the game kind of pointless. The anime shitfest name repertoire doesn't help. Snow, lightning, vanille, hope, hope, fuck you. And speaking of hope, there is way too much time spent in the quote-unquote story around the beginning of this game where we're supposed to give a shit about this kid and his daddy problems. No, we're saving the world, but no, daddy problems come first, right?
You think meeting my dad will make anything better?
No. Oddly enough, the most reasonable name in the bunch becomes Sass, who as a personality is nothing more than male char number 2. The biggest, totally not surprising problem this game has, the dialogue. I mean, what did you expect? And I'm going to ask the same unoriginal question that every single English-speaking person has asked. Did anybody read this shit? Anybody? It's like they're not even fucking trying.
Gonna need a plan.
Since when have heroes ever needed plans?
I hate you.
Fighting without hope is no way to live.
What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything.
It's just a way to die.
That doesn't mean anything.
These are l'Cie. Show no mercy. They aren't people. They're targets.
Message!
They're baiting us.
Yeah, no shit.
I'll take that action.
Yep.
All in.
Your butt.
He'll never believe all this l'Cie stuff.
It's a l'Cie because of someone from Pulse.
Villainous l'Cie.
I'm not a l'Cie.
The Sanctum announced that the fugitive l'Cie
Cocoon l'Cie.
And Foul Sea Dominion will be undisputed.
I mean, you are Sanctum, aren't you?
I don't know, and I don't care. Metal Gear Solid may be convoluted bullshit, but it's fun and entertaining convoluted bullshit. That's exactly what good anime is. People tend to start, like, from the beginning as total badasses. And, I mean, maybe it's kind of fun, but it's not interesting. Heroes should be molded, maybe even start out with a mixed agenda and earn their honor.
Message!
But when everyone's like this from the get-go, I mean, who cares? I mean, imagine if Neo could fly in the first shot of the first Matrix, you know? Even though the game has totally legitimate strengths, the biggest problem about those strengths are that you have to fucking climb all the way uphill just to experience them. Full fighting system, 20 hours to kill first. An RPG party of characters to build up and diversify, not until you play 20 hours. An open world to explore, way more than 20 hours. Why should I have to work to get to the fun part? Why? This isn't a job, it's a game. Maybe the latter half of the game is all you want, but if you're renting or gameflying this, you'll probably never find out, and I can't blame you. Alright, you know the drill. It's about that time. Here we go. Carrie Prejean Award. 'Cause, yeah, those are really nice and well designed, but shut the fuck up.
And you're being inappropriate.
Message!
You're being
Inappropriate King Live continues.